Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Fatz from Fatz Chats, Mr. Fatz TV. I'm here with James Sinclair, the Entrepreneur Network. You was once known as the Entrepreneur Clown, was it?
No, I don't think that. I wrote a book called The Millionaire Clown.
That's the beautiful one.
That's where that one's come from.
How many books have you wrote?
Two.
Two books.
Yeah. First one's The Millionaire Clown. The second one's called The Experience Business.
Nice.
So,
I wrote this book, obviously brought it for you today.
thank you very much. I'll keep that. We'll put that in our collection. We've got here a little flyer as well.
You can put that in a collection, or you can put it with a stack of tripods that we've brought here today.
Yeah, there's some gear in this room right now.
All the gear, no idea. That's what we like to do.
Yeah.
So you're already a successful entrepreneur. Why come online with it?
How do you mean come online?
You're all over online. You've got the backstage passes. You've got all your online content. You're already a successful entrepreneur. You're a businessman. Why would you like to share it online? Why are you giving out that message?
Yeah, so I understand the question now. Basically, I just believe that having a profile for business and people knowing who you are opens doors for your business and opportunities. And in my early career, when I was a kids entertainer, I called myself Jimbo the Party Man, and I got really quite known in my local area, and that managed me to open doors and grow the business. And now I do that in a bigger sense of the business, and also I do a lot of coaching and consultancy and help people. And because of my online profile, those doors open.
Yeah, I mean, with your online profile, it adds a transparency, so they know exactly you know what you're talking about, because they can see behind the stages. You say when you first started out, you was a kids entertainer.
Yep.
Is that how you just started out? You just started really, really small?
Well, I knew that I wanted to own leisure attractions and visitor attractions and stuff, and I just worked out that basically I need to start a stepping stone process to be able to get there. And I just thought, well, look, let's get into the entertainment industry. I was quite, I loved entertainment, and that would, then I started entertaining at visitor attractions and stuff like that. It got me to understand the industry and build a small business, and then I just build it up and up from there. So I just think it's really, really important that you have an end in mind, a process of what you want to achieve when you're finished, and make sure that your steps get you to one step closer to where you want to ultimately get to. And that's everything that we've done in our business. The last thing has allowed us to move on to the bigger thing.
Your industry is obviously entertainment, and you say you've got obviously a passion for it. Is that why you feel that you're so successful in the industry, because you have the passion that drives you through it?
Yeah, I think passion for the thing that you do definitely helps you get through dark times. It makes you passionate to get on and deal with it. Just like being a parent, like being a parent can be really tough at times, but because you love your kids, you don't give up being a parent. And therefore those tough times are easier to navigate the storm, as it were. And I think the same is for business. If you're passionate about the thing that you're doing and the thing that you're building, that passion will get you through those dark days. And ultimately those dark days do come when you've got a business. It's not all swings, there's some roundabouts in there as well. So having a passion for it gets you through the roundabout moments back into the swings.
Would you say, starting out and where you are, you've obviously had some failures, some setbacks. How have you got over the failures and setbacks, and what was your biggest one?
There's been some failures and setbacks for sure. I don't think there's been anything that's been closed curtains on us, because everything we've done has, like I said, folded into our existing empires. There's been nothing like, if we don't do that, then that will bring everything, falling down. I suppose my sentiment for business is, if something goes wrong, am I just not going to be able to eat for a couple of days, or am I not going to be able to eat forever? And I don't take the forever risk, but I would take a risk that I'm going to go hungry for a few days, but I'll get through it. And so I've never never done anything catastrophically wrong. What I have done is set up some things that were not scalable, and that's something I've learned that I'm not good at. So we did have a bouncy castle and events company, wasn't scalable. We had a stretch limousine company, wasn't wasn't scalable. So now we just have a view that if the business cannot turn 10 to 100 million pounds easily, if we had all the right people and all the right funding in place, then we don't do it. So what I mean is, if you were setting up a bouncy castle company like I did, even if we had access to all the right money and all the best people, turning that into a £100 million company would be near on impossible to do. Whereas if you said, right, I want to set up a day nursery group with untold amounts of money and untold amounts of great people, you could build a £100 million plus business. And that has helped me to avoid doing little things that are a distraction that could cause failures going down the line.
So that leads me on to, that's great, that leads me straight on to, you're very self-aware.
How do you mean self-aware?
You've seen where you can fail and succeed in things. You tried them, but seen them early on, rather than kind of drag it along and keep wondering why it's failing. It seems you're very self-aware of how you can scale, how you can't scale, who you need, what you need.
Yeah, I think so. Basically, I've studied lots and lots of entrepreneurs, read lots and lots of books and, you know, articles about entrepreneurs, and I see one of the biggest things that goes wrong with successful people is they divulge outside of their existing empires. I know I've said this 3 times now, but what we have always done, other than Entrepreneurs Network, which is outside of the party man business, but I wanted to do that, number one, because, yeah, I really wanted to turn it into an entertaining business speaking. I like speaking at conferences, so I had that, and I knew that I could do that, so that sort of folded into existing empire. But the rest of it, I didn't have my management team knowledge of how to run it, so I had to joint venture it with someone else. Yeah. Until I ran, you know, which still happens today, Mark Creaser. And he was very good in this business consultancy training space and understood it and had a team in place. So I think if you're going to go outside of your existing empire, so that your knowledge and understanding, then you need to joint venture it or bring in management that are so good, better than you, to run that business for you. Because if you don't understand the sector that you're going into or that you're in, you know, the failures will come.
Yeah, it's very true, and I think that's why a lot of people fail early on, because they go in it for just the money. Really, they go into an industry because they'll see the money behind it. They'll go into a new business, a new job, and they'll just see money. So early on, you found the passions, and you know rather than the money.
But also, what's amazing for the entrepreneurs starting today is the resources that are available to them for advice. I mean, they've always been, I mean, I've always said, look, if you want 4 or 5 hours consultation with a billionaire, you've got to invest 15 or 20 quid into a few autobiographies. Yeah. You know, you want to spend 5 hours with Richard Branson, buy one of his books, and you can just, he gives it all there, you know, and the same is with, you know, some, you know, great other brilliant entrepreneurs around the world have wrote their memoirs, they've wrote books, and you can get inside their head and learn loads that you can implement into your organisation. And if books are not for you, there's videos and podcasts, there's so many things now.
On the books, how many books do you reckon you read? Probably a month or a week?
Yeah, not as many as I should. I've always got one on the go. I would say that I definitely get through at least one a month. That's not enough.
No, that's not. Unfortunately, when you look at the big boys in the game, like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, and you see what they've read, I find it very hard to tell people to read or put some time and effort into self-development, because I was in that negative mindset for many years. 4 years in retail, 3 years in a factory, never picked up a book in my life. Picked up a book, changed my mindset, changed my life. Now I love reading, and the same as yourself. I'm usually a book a month, maybe 2, but I know I should be reading more. Right now it's The Power of Now. Have you read that?
No.
So it's spiritual, kind of letting go of the place, time and space, and it's a bit deep, but I do like autobiographies.
That would be my choice. If you can get inside someone that's been there and done it, so it's not a theory-based book, it's based on experience. They're always the ones that get the high five from me.
What about novel-based books, a bit like Rich Dad Poor Dad?
Yeah, read that. Yeah, they're all good. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, they're all, you know, anything that's written by someone that's had a level of success then it's worth consuming. But you know, you can go to seminars, you can go and watch public speakers. You know, that it doesn't just have to be books, podcasts, and audio and video. You know, you can watch an hour of video and learn just as much as, you know, reading it in a book.
I agree. We've got all the access we want at our fingertips, mobile phone.
Yeah.
You've got the access to the whole world, yet we underuse it and undervalue it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, we'll wrap up there. They can get value from here, can't they?
Yeah, Entrepreneurs Network is it's a business coaching organisation. I do some one-to-one coaching, so if anyone's listening and they've got a business that you know think that they could benefit from, you know, direct one-to-one stuff, then yeah, we do that too. Yeah, we do group coaching and we run amazing events. It's an amazing organisation, and we help people soar to success. You know, that's what we do.
Beautiful. We'll wrap up there. I'll put all the links to the Entrepreneur Network. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you very much.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
You never look at yourself in the mirror and say, you let you down. Until you get to that point, you let you down. You're not brave enough. You want to put it on somebody else. The reason why I'm not successful is because of my boss. Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and said, I'm not getting up on time. I'm not going to work on time. I'm not putting in 120% when I'm at work. I let me down.
I'ma work to my last breath. I'ma hustle to my last breath.